is actually when you're looking within, saying, "I know I can do that.
Yeah.
She can do it. I can do it." So it does promote. It takes you to a level of awareness of yourself and your capabilities. So don't, downplay the envy or jealousy, but put it in perspective.
Yes. Not
Put
to
it
the
in
point
perspective.
that you didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, or harming
Yes.
the person or
Because when
saying
I
something
saw
bad
her,
about
when I
it's
envied
just-
her, it was actually something like, oh,
it inspired you.
I can't feel this way about myself.
Right.
So the way to feel good about myself or better about myself was
Yeah.
to make that change. Versus some people, they'll see something and when they become jealous or something or envious and
hate
matter of
on
fact,
them.
yes, and
not
both
doing
want
anything.
to like, oh, I don't want all of that.
Right.
Well, good for you, because I like all of this.
Right. And speaking of
And
that,
plus
that's
more.
another, issue that people, we all have our preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So you go for what you go for. But for how you look, not everybody's gonna like it. How I look, not everybody's gonna like it. But it's just what makes you happy.
Georgette, honestly, if you'd have talked to me 10 years ago, before I got into the fitness and stuff like that and the competing and stuff, my preference was just, I'm gonna lose the stomach and stuff like that. So I actually didn't know this is what I wanted to do.
Interesting.
It's funny because I used to look at female bodybuilders, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, who want to look like that?
Yeah, I did.
She look like a man or blah blah this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's until I started, changing myself and changing my eating, my nutrition, and then adapted this lifestyle. All of a sudden, anybody says anything about a woman looking like a man, or she looks like this and this and that, and like, oh, I don't want that. You don't know what you want until it's right there in front of you, and then you're pushing yourself to be more and to do more and to have more. That's my thing. I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm just simply saying that I want more attitude. Let me see what else is within my DNA, within my genetic structure for me, to become. Because I know I didn't like the skinny girl that I used to be. Extremely, I was really skinny. And then I blew up after the baby. Yes. I was big for me, you know what I'm saying? And I had no muscle tone, and it was just all, and the booty was jiggling. I mean, that's a good thing for some people these days. But, I don't like my stuff moving around like that no more. And I had the triceps waving and all that stuff. So, that being said, is that sometimes we all simply say, ooh, I don't want that, or that's not what I like and stuff like that. But you know what?
Yeah.
You never know until you start doing something differently, and then all of a sudden you're like, damn, your body once the body changes, all of a sudden the mind starts to change.
Well, see, the mind
the body
changed first.
changes.
The mind changed first, because I'll put it this way, okay, metaphysically. In order for any action to truly take place, something had to happen in the mind, in the thought process. To make you say, just like you saw that woman, you didn't see her first, it was the thought, right? Then you saw her, so it's like this, it goes back and forth. You see her, it's like, wow, the thought starts going. So the thought goes, then you start generating ideas. Oh wow, I can look like that. Okay. And then this whole thought becomes a thought form. And you start thinking, I'm going to get a trainer, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's generated. Now that you're where you are, that thought form has exploded. It's like super big, right? You're doing other things. And even from that, it just gives birth to more and more thought forms. So each one of us are just expanding in our thought process as to who we are, why we are, what we want to become on all levels. But speaking about, the body, when you were saying like the muscle tone changes, with aging, and how you can have a choice to have, the arms.
Bat wings.
Yeah, bat whoosh, bat wings.
To the window.
To the wall, You can have that, or you can have toned muscles, you know, toned skin.
Even when people look like, let's say, look at Angela Bassett and
Yeah.
What's Love Got to Do with It. I hope we're not promoting, but I love that movie. But I loved how her body, her arms looked in that
Yeah.
movie. And most women or something like that, they were like, "Oh, well, that's too much." But then it's like, how can you say what is too much if that's her body was just genetically built
right,
like that.
yeah.
That with her diet, her nutrition, and her and the training that she underwent, that's what came about. And that could be something that happens with you too.
It's true.
But then for some of us, we like, well, that's enough for me. Well, it wasn't enough for me. I don't know what else to say. To each his own, I guess.
Right,
but still,
right.
again, why should we just limit ourselves and say what's not nice or what's not?
Right.
Because I remember in college, I actually used to work out in college.
Yeah.
And I remember doing, my leg presses and all that. And I had this guy tell me one day, he was like, "Ooh, don't, your legs are getting too muscular, blah, 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 blah." And so I actually stopped training my legs. Girl, if I'd have known then what I know now, I think I'd have been so much further.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Because sometimes we allow other people to dictate what our limits
Their
should be.
preferences.
Yeah.
And it has nothing.
And I ain't with that man. I don't even know who that man is.
Nothing to do with them. Just, right?
Yeah,
Nothing to do
I
with
remember
them. Just like when we're in the gym and the guy comes up to you. I like this Jennifer. I like this Jennifer compared to the other. But he has no idea of your whole makeup, what you're about, what you're doing, why you're doing it, what you feel. Nothing.
Yeah, respect that's the thing. He likes the gym with the belly goes over the panties and stuff like that. I like the gym where the belly goes down in the drawers. And I don't have to sit up and stuck in my gut. I'm just chilling and it's just bam, flat out like that.
That's right.
But hey,
It's preference. It's
and
all
I ain't
preference.
even dating a dude. So I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's interesting when they say that. When a guy says that to me, I'm like, who are you? I'm not sleeping with you. Hello.
No, I'm just kidding. You gotta edit that one out.
No.
Nah.
You got it. Listen, but right?
Yeah.
Even if it's someone you're with, to me, in my opinion, my preference is whatever my preference is for me. And he's going to have to deal with that because I cannot tell him, no, don't do this. Because there are some women that don't like men who are really bulky. That's shocking to me because my preference is a man who works out and that's really in good shape.
For me, like I'm into the bodybuilding, and so there's also the extreme where there's huge dudes and stuff like that. Sometimes I look at that, I'm like, wow, that's just a lot. That's just too much. But you know what? Hey, he may be a nice dude and everything else, and I'm like, whatever. I ain't gonna do the dude with the breasts and the belly.
Right, again.
But that's my preference,
Yeah.
And that matter of fact, that was the dude that's always telling me about he likes me a certain way.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, he eating them Little Debbie's cakes and stuff like that. I can't mess with him, but I'm tied down now anyway. But I'm just saying, I couldn't mess with no dude like that anyway. I could never stay on no diet around him. And I'm not a diet, but just it'll just be harder for me to get to where the look that I'm trying to have.
Right.
Being around somebody, because I know my weaknesses.
Yeah.
And my weaknesses are them damn Little Debbies. So
right.
I don't have that stuff around me because I know that I'll be tempted, because I had a half a gallon of ice cream
Oh, no, you didn't.
in 3 days.
What? What kind of ice cream did you have?
Magic cookie dough.
Even the name is fat and magic cookie dough.
And they
Like
had
it's
some
just
cookies and they had some chocolate in it and everything.
What?
Yeah, I killed it. But
yeah.
I had my detox smoothie.
I thought you was gonna say your Diet Coke.
That's in the trunk. But I kind of was like detoxing and detoxifying my body at the same time.
That's balance, right?
Yeah, I was wondering like, why am I gassy?
But
The celery?
the one celery stick, right?
I don't know.
But the good thing is, when it's training season,
Oh yeah.
very disciplined,
Yes.
right?
And I don't know where that came from, but it's just I'm capable of doing it because I think what it is, I don't want to be the chick on stage, but they be like, damn, she wasn't ready. Did she diet? dude, do you even lift? Nah, that's what, but I don't go so far off board.
Right.
80% of my diet is still clean. I have to still have my proteins, carbs, and bad fats. Me and my boo, we went through 4 pounds of
cookie dough.
No, what? Oh, we went to 4 pounds of bacon, and I'm talking about the pork bacon.
What?
Yeah, we had some pork sandwiches.
What?
I be cooking up.
I'm a pork.
I know, but you know what? This is a new year, and I don't want to just talk about it. I actually want to be about it, And plus, I'm like, you know what, Jen? I worked too hard to get back to stage shape.
But we must add this: your mentality, your mental state is still in the gym.
Oh yeah.
So you can afford to do that anytime because it's not like you're falling off.
Oh yeah.
You're eating, but still with the mentality of, and I'm jumping back on, the ship, doing what I need to do to still compete and all that. Yeah. So you're still in that zone of wellness and physical fitness. Right. Ultimately,
I'm getting back. Don't let me lie.
Ultimately, but this is also an indication that it's not always as strict as people think it is.
Yeah.
Because when they see you, they think it's so disciplined and this is how you have to be and you have to give up this and that.
No.
And it's not that. You can go,
But some things in the beginning,
right?
You understand?
When you're
you have to.
Change.
Not like when I first started working out, because me starting working out as far as changing my physique wasn't to get up on somebody's stage. I never wanted to be on anybody's stage. Matter of fact, the 2-piece that was with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's the only 2-piece you're gonna catch around me. But I actually, you have to change. You have to eliminate.
Yeah, you do.
And then steadily, as your body, adjusts, then you can try to add different things back into it. Like me, I'm not a rice person. And I'm not a bread person. But recently, I've been having some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah.
And some fried rice with my chicken wings. But
she is getting
no, I was messing.
That's because of that relationship. You all in love and stuff.
Well, I see, he got
love can just fatten
no,
you up.
No, Lord, we about to get
all slim. Next thing I know, she's all in love. Hips getting wide.
Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with the food, girl. How you like it, daddy? Going back. It's personal. Anyway, them hips, these hips, this is genetics, honey. Because, I used to have hips before I got a
But,
shoot, you ain't seen my mom.
It's part of that love thing, too.
I'm like, whoa. That's some stuff we say for yoga class, boom. I don't know. Well, anyway.
Good for the joints. Good for the joints.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a joint after I'm done with this.